Imagine it's the late 1500s in the mountains of Veracruz, New Spain, what we know today as Mexico. The air is thick with mist. The land is rugged, and deep within the dense forest hides a secret community of free Africans, men, women, and children, who have escaped the brutal chains of slavery. Their leader is a man named Gaspar Yanga, a name that will echo through history as one of the first to successfully challenge European colonial power in the Americas. Gaspar Yanga, also simply known as Yanga, was said to be of royal descent from Central Africa, possibly from Bran or the Mina people. Like millions of Africans, he was captured, enslaved, and transported across the Atlantic Ocean to labor under the violent Spanish colonial system. But Yanga was not a man to be broken. Somewhere deep within his spirit burnt the memory of freedom, of his homeland, his people, and his dignity. By the mid-1500s, Yanga had escaped bondage and fled into the mountainous highlands near Veracruz. There he built a maroon colony, a hidden settlement of fugitive slaves who refused to live another day in chains. These men and women carved out a life in the wilderness, growing crops, raising families, and defending themselves against the Spanish. They called their settlement San Lorenzo de los Negros, and it became a symbol of resistance, a beacon of black freedom in the heart of colonial Mexico. For decades, Yanga and his Maroons lived in defiance of the Spanish crown. They raided Spanish supply caravans to survive, striking quickly and disappearing into the mountains. For the enslaved Africans still trapped on the plantations, the stories of Yanga's settlement spread like whispers of hope. His community became a dream, a living proof that freedom was possible. By 1609, the Spanish authorities could no longer ignore the growing Maroon settlement. They sent a well-armed military expedition to destroy Yanga's community and capture its leader. But Yanga was a strategist, a man who knew the terrain and understood guerrilla warfare long before the term existed. When the Spanish forces advanced into the mountains, Yanga and his fighters ambushed them. The fighting was fierce, the Maroons armed with whatever weapons they could find, machetes, spears, and stolen muskets, fought with a ferocity born from centuries of oppression. Against all odds, they repelled the Spanish attack. After realizing they could not easily defeat Yanga's warriors, the Spanish crown was forced into negotiation, an unprecedented move for a European empire dealing with escaped slaves. Yanga demanded freedom for his people and the right to establish their own self-governing town. In 1618, the Spanish authorities fully agreed. The Maroon settlement was officially recognized as a free town, the first of its kind in the Americas. Its name was San Lorenzo de los Negros, later known simply as Yanga, in honor of its founder. Gaspar Yanga had done the impossible. He gained major victories against one of the most powerful empires in the world and carved out a space of freedom for African people in the New World. Today, the town of Yanga, Veracruz still stands. Statues of Gaspar Yanga honor him as a national hero of Mexico, and his story lives on as a testament to black resistance and the unbreakable human will to be free. Long before Haiti's revolution, before Nat Turner's rebellion, before Toussaint Louverture rose in the Caribbean, there was Gaspar Yanga, the African prince who defied an empire and built freedom in the mountains of Mexico. Yanga's legacy reminds us that the fight for freedom has no borders. It began wherever there were chains, and it continues wherever there's courage. To the mighty Gaspar Yanga, we proudly stand on your shoulders. For more information, please visit my website at www.ontheshoulders1.com. There, you can support my OTSOG book series. You can also support me on Patreon at patreon.com/OTSOG. You can also hit that super like button under the video and join the channel as a member. Love you all. Catch the next video coming up.